Hey, what up, what up, what up? What's up, y'all? It's good to be here. I'm glad you guys are still with me. My name is Brian Wilson, and you have now entered into another episode of Forum for Us Men. And today's topic is going to be on dating. So this is going to be part 2 of, I guess like a series, because the last one was on dating and how to, what to look for. And now we're talking about, how to deal with. The first part was about what to look for. Now we're talking about how to deal with. So I'm gonna go over some certain circumstances and situations, and hopefully I can provide some clarity and understanding for those who need help in this situation. The main thing is just like, finding a purpose and finding somebody, that's willing to work with you and be that, basically, having a woman is a wonderful thing, but, having somebody that understands your wants, your needs, someone that's willing to put in the work, someone that's willing to work hard, or at least, go through the dirt, that's even better. Simply because you have something substantial. You have something with that you put good time into, Many times we as single men, we tend to accept what we can get, not what we want. So basically what I'm saying is, so you want Rihanna, but you got, you got Felicia. There we go. You want Rihanna, but you got Felicia in your ear talking about she'll do this, that, and the third for you. So you know what I'm saying? It takes effort to get Rihanna. So it's like, damn, I don't want to put in that effort. But I got Felicia in my ear talking about she'll do this, that for me. So I can just slide in those, keep it simple. That's a good situation. But like, no, we have to start going for what we want, creating value, creating self-worth. That's a big thing, because honestly, I feel like it's all subconscious or subliminal. It tells a story. Basically, it's saying that you don't believe in yourself when you go for what you don't want. You know what I'm saying? When you go for what you can get, or what is presented to you, what is easy to get, something that's easily attained. Like it shows that you don't really value your worth. And that's a big thing when you're dealing with relationships, when you're dealing with another person that's trying to build with you, or you're trying to build with that other person, So it's all about finding who you are and what you're really willing to reach for, That means you got to break down those security walls. You have to be open to being vulnerable. I talked about this in my last episode. Vulnerability is not a bad thing. Most people believe that being vulnerable and being open, laying your cards out is a bad thing, that you're setting yourself up. Like, no, you're actually stronger than most people that don't do that, because you know how to handle it. You know how to operate in that vulnerability. You know how to make yourself, the most presentable person as you're doing this, as you're doing that, and it all goes into finding a potential partner. It all goes into finding a potential partner. There are things that we need to look out for. We can't get caught up in the glitz and glam, just because it's like, oh shoot, she the finest thing I've seen since I moved out here, or she the finest thing that I've seen since I've walked out my door, since I broke up with my last relationship, type of deal. You know what I'm saying? We can't fall in love with the glitz and glam, because at the end of the day, that's all it is. And you can't feed off of that. You know what I'm saying? You can't feed off of looks. Good looks go far. They may take you a little bit. They may take you places. They may be able to get, some benefit out of it. But at the end of it all, if there's nothing substantial, there's nothing there's no grit. You know what I'm saying? It's like grits. Grits are thick. They're not thin. You don't want thin grits. Basically, when I say you want thick grits, that means you want some substance. You want something that's in there, something that'll put some meat on your bones, that'll make you feel good. Thin grits, they just look good. At the end of the day, thin grits look good. Thick grits taste good. It's a difference. There we go. There's a difference. That's the analogy that I'm going with. Thin grits look good. Thick grits taste good. So just think about that. But yeah, it's all about, it's all about finding reciprocating energy as well. You know, how this person interacts with you, how you interact with that person, what kind of effort you have to put into that relationship, how this effort is affecting your life, and how it's changing things going on, and how things are affecting this other person's life. You know, you can't, it's two sides to this coin. It's finding an equal balance, you know? So basically it's all about knowing the cues, knowing what to look for, knowing how to operate, and knowing when to leave, stay, or just sit down, you know? Topics of discussion this time is going to be dealing with insecurities. That's number one. Number two is misleading circumstances. So basically the unknowingness, the unknown unknowns, you know, or the known unknowns, or the unknown knowns, whichever ones, you know what I'm saying? The misleading circumstances, the ones that you don't know how to deal with, or yeah, you just don't know what's going on. It's like you're just in limbo, the limbo circumstances. And the last is gonna be on controlling emotions. So let's get into it. First topic, dealing with insecurities. And this is, I'm gonna do both sides of the coin. So basically I'm gonna be talking about dealing with females' insecurities and the men dealing with your own insecurities, so you can actually be, you know, presentable, so you can actually present yourself. So the first thing I'm gonna be dealing with, you know, dealing with female insecurities and actually how to operate so that you're not losing your mind. But when women have insecurities, they tend to try to scare you with them. You know what I'm saying? It's like they throw it in your face like, oh, I don't know what's going on in my brain, or I got mental instabilities. You know what I'm saying? Or like they'll be like, oh, my ex-boyfriend is crazy. Or, oh, the last relationship that I've been in. You know what I'm saying? They'll bring up stuff in their life. They'll bring up stuff in their last relationships. They'll bring up issues that don't involve you, or just downright making excuses. And those are the type that you know you need to like slide away from, because it's always going to be an excuse. It's always going to be a problem. It's always going to be a situation that will never, but like for some reason, it's like they'll accept it. Like, oh snap, you want to ask them out? Like, hey, yeah, let's go out. They'll, yeah. But there's always an excuse when it comes down to it. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with insecurities, dealing with their insecurities. And when I say that, it's like, all right, they don't believe that they're worth it, or they believe that they're too good, and all they want is the love, they just want the gas. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is gas. You know, and that goes into talking about misleading circumstances. But we're gonna keep on, you know, dealing with insecurities and things like that. So basically, when you run into those problems, you have to be able to keep your mind focused on the purpose that you're in, the situation that you're talking to this person for. It's like, all right, I'm not gonna let her scare me away from, you know, this opportunity. Yeah, we beginning. Yes, the beginning. She doesn't know how I'm gonna take it or how I'm gonna be, you know, things like that. It's like, come on, like just be real, be honest, be faithful, or be faithful to yourself, be truthful, you know, and then you know, put your cards on the table. You know, like don't expect people to react crazy or react in a bad way because you have something going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like your insecurities, they should not affect you meeting somebody. Yeah, you can have those drawbacks where it's like, oh snap, I don't know how I'm gonna come off at this person. I tend to have this type of personality. I want to change that. And it's like, all right, it's all about just being open to a new experience. You know, it's all about being vulnerable and laying down your guard, breaking down those strongholds where it's like, all right, I can stay in my comfort zone and still be who I am, instead of, oh man, let me break down this wall and actually be something, or actually like do something that I like, or that I can potentially grow from, or that can potentially help someone else grow. You know what I'm saying? Be a blessing. And it's all about, you know, dealing with your insecurities, knowing that, you know, you're worth it. And it's the same for the guys. Now, I double back when I said, you know, we tend to go for things that we can get instead of things that we want to get. Basically, that's saying create self-worth within yourself. Know that you are able. Know that you have the potential. Know that you have the worth, that you're worth it. You know, to go for that Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? To go for that Beyonce. To go for that Eva Longoria. You know what I'm saying? To go for that bad chick. The one that you've been eyeballing for the past week and a half. But you got Felicia in your ear talking about she'll do this, that, and the third for you. She buying you lunch. But you want to take this girl out to lunch. You know what I'm saying? Go for that. Break that comfort barrier. You know what I'm saying? Because we tend to just fall back on our regular thing where we've been conditioned to do. Like as men, we've been conditioned to be different. You know what I'm saying? To not be ourselves. We've been conditioned to not be ourselves and to not do things that we want. You know, like, oh shoot, that's not socially acceptable, so let me actually act a certain way. But no, it's all about knowing who you are, knowing what you want, and knowing how to act in that want. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it overtake you. Don't let it undertake you. So basically, when I say don't shoot for less, you know, they say shoot for the stars. If you miss, you're gonna land up on the clouds, or you're gonna shoot for the moon. If you miss, you're gonna land up on the stars. There we go. So it's like either way it goes, you know what I'm saying? You're putting yourself on a level where you know your worth, and you know you would start to attract people that know their worth, that know this, that, and the third, that know this is what I want, this is who I'm gonna be with, and this is who I'm gonna be. So if you're not rocking with it, then we can keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? And that's dealing with your insecurities, knowing that you're worth it, knowing that you have the potential, that you have the strength to do what you need to do, to be who you need to be, and to be that person for another person. You know what I'm saying? That you have the gift, that you have the juice, you got the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got sauce. You know what I'm saying? We just got to realize it. Everybody has sauce. We just got to realize it. And even our faults make us even better, simply because it's like, all right, that's different from everybody else. And you know you ain't like everybody else. You don't got to be the superstar. You don't got to be a super rapper. You don't got to be a basketball player. You don't got to be a multi-billionaire. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be yourself. You just have to be yourself. Of course, media is going to make you believe that if you have all of this, you know what I'm saying, if you have all the money, if you have all the cars, you have the nice clothes, you know, everybody hanging on your shoulders, you know what I'm saying, if you have all of that, then yeah, you're the man and you deserve whatever comes to you. But nah, man, even if you don't have it, you're the man. You just gotta believe it, you know. Throw away the bad feelings about yourself, throw away all the bad thoughts about yourself, and just do what you know you like, do what you want, go for what you want. You know what I'm saying? Go for that Beyonce. Don't go for Felicia. Keep Felicia at home. Keep her in the streets, because she's for the streets. Go for Beyonce. Straight up. Because at the end of the day, you're going to find one. And as long as you know that that's what you're worth, that's what you're going for, you know? And it should all work out when you're dealing with your insecurities in that manner. Number 2, misleading circumstances. And this is for men to comprehend and men to understand that this is what women do and comprehend it as well. So basically, women love attention. That's the hitch. That's the hitch. There we go. That's the hitch. Women love attention. So the more they get it, it doesn't matter who's giving it to them. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who's giving it to them, as long as they're getting attention, as long as they're getting some kind of love. You know what I'm saying? Women love it. That's what runs them. That's what fuels their engine. It's gas. They love to be gassed up daily. They say they don't want that attention, but no, they love that attention. So it's all about knowing how much and what attention to give and who to give that attention to. Because all they want is attention. All they want is your eyes. All they want is your thoughts. All they want are your words. All they want are your feelings. They want all of that so that they can feel better about themselves, knowing that they're not gonna reciprocate, knowing that the time that you spent, you know, doing all of this isn't gonna help your case. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a, what is that called? An oxymoron or a double, what is that? Double standard. There we go. Like you can say whatever you want to me, but it's not gonna work type deal, or however it works out. But yeah, women love attention. You know, they take advantage of it, and they will take advantage of your generosity. And accepting, what did I say? Accepting whether you have them because, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read my notes at the same time. But it says accepting whatever you have for them because that's what fuels them. So basically, if you just want to give out compliments, dole out compliments, that's all they're going to love you for, is the compliments. They're not going to be like, oh man, he's real. He's like somebody worth it. You know, so stop giving these women compliments, especially if they're not reciprocating that energy. And that's all it is about reciprocating energy. Because 89% of them don't even care. They don't even care. They're going to screw themselves out of a good guy and end up with a motherfucker that's willing to, you know, throw them through the mud, drag them through the mud, because they know they're going to get the love from everybody out there. They're going to want the love from that motherfucker that's not giving it to them. You get it? So they're going to dangle this. They're going to dangle this special prize in front of everybody who's being nice and showing love and being cool, buying you things, giving you compliments, helping you this way, helping you that way, being there, you know, being that good guy, somebody that you know is substantial, you know, has a foundation that they're willing to present and be that foundation for you. They'll play around with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like a fad, like it's a thing. But like, when it comes to a relationship, you know, you usually don't get that. And that's where the misleading comes in. That's where they start to just be like, oh, smile on your face but talk shit behind your back. You know what I'm saying? Accepting invitations but never showing up, being deceptive. Or stop, like, that's one thing we have to stop giving these women second chances. Stop giving these women second chances when they say that, like, when they show you the first time who they really are. Don't be like, oh man, something just popped up. No, bro. No. That is not the case, because if they wanted to, they would make time for you. If they wanted to make time, they would have made time, and nothing would have popped up. Plain and simple. There would have been no excuse. There would have been no reason for that to not go down. Straight up, if they really wanted to. So don't waste your energy. Don't waste your time, and don't give these women second chances, especially if they're going to play around with your time and your emotions, because you're a king. You know what I'm saying? You're a grown man. You're handling your business. Your time is valuable, just like their time is valuable. For some reason, there's this misunderstanding that men are supposed to just fall flat on their face for the women of their dreams, but the women ain't supposed to do nothing. Our time is not valuable. We're supposed to spend all our time trying to get the woman that we want, and that's the problem. There's no effort being reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're just running down a one-way street while the females is driving backwards, just staring at your ass do everything. And that's not what's up. And that's not what's up, because that's all the way backwards. That's all the way backwards. Straight up. It's supposed to be a quid pro quo situation. I give you this, you give me that. You know, it's supposed to be tandem, 50-50. But it's all about comprehension and understanding. Another thing. Women like to be vague. They like to be obtuse. They don't like to answer the whole question. They don't want. That's when you know it's a problem. That's when you know you're being misled. Like, oh shoot, what kind of woman are you? Like, all right. Or what's a good example? Like, shoot, I wish I had one. Being vague. I don't know. Like, what kind of guys do you like? You know what I'm saying? Or would you like to go out to dinner tonight or Wednesday night? Would you like to go out to dinner Wednesday night? Or, you know what I'm saying? What kind of guys do you like? Trying to get to know you questions. You be like, oh, my favorite color is blue. Or, yeah, I like fish. like don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't be vague, like, or don't give me the one word responses. Like, okay, or I'm fine, or I'm good. You know, like, contribute to the conversation, contribute to the situation. Let that person know that you're interested. And if you're not, tell them straight up. And this is me ranting a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie. This is me ranting because it does frustrate me. Because, like, I'll be talking to a girl, you know, like, consistently. Like, I'll tell her straight up, like, this is what it is. Like, I'm not in this to be playing games. I'm in this to be real with you. And then come to find out, she got a different agenda. But excuse me, that was my neighbor. but yeah, they got a different agenda, and they don't disclose that in the beginning because they want to play around with you. They want to see what you'll do for them. They also want to see how much money you'll spend on them, how many compliments you'll give them, how much love you'll show them, how much gas you'll put into their tank. They want to see that because they're not gonna tell you nothing until the dude that they really like disses them, or they break up with in a situation. They don't tell you they're in a situation, but they break up from that situation. They don't tell you shit. So you're just out here in limbo, you know, showing love. Yo, I got you. Oh, snap, we having good conversation. We talking about going out. We talking about being boyfriend, girlfriend. We talking about building a life, starting a foundation. But now on the other side, you got all this extra situational shit going on that I'm not even a part of, or that I don't even know about. And I'm telling you straight up, I would put all my cards on the table. You know what I'm saying? I don't put all my cards on the table. Like, don't mislead me. Don't be vague about, yo, are you in a situation? You got somebody on your hip. Is there another dude in the situation? Don't be vague and be like, man, I got friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me an actual response so I know how to act in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got this one girl, like, she's cute. She's bad. I ain't gonna lie. And I told her straight up, like, man, yeah, I would not mind dating you. But no, I am not interested in dating you. I wouldn't mind it because you are cute and I think you're beautiful and I think you're worth it. But no, I have my interest is on something. Like, this girl cut me off because I told her straight up. I gave her 100% what was on my mind. Like, hey, this is what it is. Like, yeah, you're cute as hell. I would date you. I wouldn't mind it. But she cut me off because obviously that was too real. I told her I wasn't trying to be with her. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, it's just simple shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Simple shit like that. It's like, I can't be 100% with you and you be fake with me. Like, that's weird. That's weird and that's not cool. You know, we have to start, we as men, as grown men, the ones that are actually like putting in the work, that are trying to get a good woman. We as men need to demand more clarity from these women instead of just accepting it. We need to demand it. When we get into that situation, it's not like, oh, snap, I'm a pity pat with you. No, we don't got time for pity pat. We don't got time for pity pat, especially when we're growing up, especially when we're trying to build something substantial. When we want to build a family, when you want to start something real, you don't got time for pity pat. You don't got time to be playing, oh, I like you, I think I like you, I don't like you. You don't got time for that. Straight up. Because if you wanted to build something with somebody, you would do it. Just off the energy. Off the energy. And if you like that energy, you're gonna reciprocate that energy. You're not gonna duck off on them. You're not gonna ghost a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be vague. You're gonna tell me straight up, oh, I got a situation, or I'm just now getting out of a situation, but I don't mind being this, that, and the third. Or I don't mind us building up. Tell me what's real. Don't play me. Don't play games. Don't be like, oh yeah, we can do this, but in the end, you really want to just skate off. You really just love the attention. No, be real, because I don't got time to be showing attention. We as men, we don't got time to be showing attention like that. Yeah, we love women. And that's real. Yeah, we love women. Yeah, we love giving second chances. Yeah, we love the possibilities of something great happening in our life. And that's one thing that we have to understand, that we can't be blinded by that. We see this beautiful picture. This Bill Ross. We like Bill Ross out here painting our canvas. But we don't see the actual dirt that he's covering up. We don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like that canvas was dirty as hell before he started painting. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's what we gotta realize. That second chance is us covering up that dirt that she done splattered on that shit. And we're like, oh shoot, it'll be okay. We can just finesse this. I'll just add a little cloud here, add a little bush here, and add a little tree here. Like, no, that's not how it works. That's not how it works, because it has to be reciprocating energy. Straight up. This is two people. This is a tandem thing. This is a tango. If we can't flow right on the dance floor, I'm stepping on your toes. You stepping on my toes. You tripping over me. And we can't have that, especially when we growing up. Especially when we grown, we building something substantial. We building a foundation that's worth carrying into our older years. No, we can't have it stepping on your toes. And this is all like, this isn't a literal thing, of course, because like that would be, you know, a bit a bit out of the way to be like, oh man, I can't be stepping on your feet in real life. Like, no, like, this is all figurative, but it's all understandable. So understand that we have to start demanding clarity. It's not just for validation. It's so we can focus our energy. So we can refocus our energy if it's not the same, if the energy is not being reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's all about clarity. Don't fall in the trap. Do not fall in the trap of misleading circumstance. Be able to like decipher that, discern that. Shoot, I feel like I've been blessed with a good, like good discernment skills. Like good skills at discerning things. So like I can understand, like, all right, there's some shadows in the midst. I'm not gonna fall for the opie dope. You know what I'm saying? You may be saying one thing, but you showing another. Like, nah, like I can see better than I can hear. You see me? You can see better than you can hear. Understand that. Your eyes definitely tell you more of the story than your ears would. Because, yeah, you can hear them talk all day. Yeah, we going out. Yeah, we this, that, and the third. But when it comes down to the day, the time, and the place, if they don't show up, if they don't show their face, if they don't tell you what's going on, then you have been misled, my dog. You have been misled. You have been led to believe that you are one thing and you are not. You are another. You've been zoned. Basically, it's like, man, you got dumped into the friend zone unexpectedly, but there was no communication. There was no clarity. There was nothing. You know what I'm saying? That is what I mean by misleading circumstance. We have got to start demanding clarity. We have got to stop giving these women second chances. And we have got to understand that our energy is precious. We can only give it to those who are willing to reciprocate. Straight up. Straight up. And the last thing, control your emotions. Controlling emotions. Once your emotions get into it, because emotions are easily manipulated. Emotions can be either a deal breaker or the deal maker. Just straight up, because you could be dealing with a woman that loves emotions, where they love romance, they love love. Or you could be dealing with somebody that likes to take it slow, where it's like, all right, I want you to be real and calculated before you start getting lovey and sappy. I want you to show me who you really are, not that you really like me. You know what I'm saying? Because I can tell that you really like me. I just need you to be real. You could be dealing with both of those people and not even know it. So it's about keeping your emotions in check, knowing that you are dealing with the same person every time, or that you're showing the same person every time. And even if that's the case, that's how you view it. Even if you view it as, all right, this new girl, I'm still going to view her as this. And that, like, that's not a problem. It's just knowing that you can't treat it the same way. It's just about knowing that you got to keep your emotions in check. You know what I'm saying? Just keep your emotions in check. Know that you have the potential to be, what this person wants, or you believe you have the potential to be what this person wants. And, you know what I'm saying? Just like, go from there. Don't have any expectations. Don't overdo it. Don't put your heart all the way into it, especially in the beginning, because that's an easy way to get heartbroken and to become bitter and to become closed off. And then it's like, all right, all hope is lost at that point. Then you start feeling bad about yourself. Then you start feeling really bad about yourself, thinking that you're the problem. I actually just put a post up the other day, or today, just probably yesterday actually, I don't remember. But I just posted something on my Instagram saying, don't let others' insecurities make you feel like you are inadequate. Like, clearly they are the problem. It's clear that they're the problem. But don't think that just because this person doesn't feel the same way, or this person has this, just and the third going, even though that you're showing them all this love, you know what I'm saying? You're promised, you feel like you've done what you need to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? It's still gonna be what it is. Even though you've done all of that, there's no changing. It is what it is. And that's just one thing that we have to realize, that our emotions are going to play a big factor in either gaining or losing a potential date. Plain and simple. You know, and understanding that it goes vice versa. So it's like, if they're not showing no emotion, if they're showing too much emotion, you gotta understand that. Because that's the difference between a crazy woman and a woman that don't care. You gotta find that equal medium. Like I said, like I've been on in the beginning and to the end. Equal medium. It's gotta be a quid pro quo situation. I'm in this for us. We in this together. You know? And it all goes hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bashing women for being manipulators. I'm not bashing men for falling into their traps. I'm just hoping that y'all can pick up on some cues, learn some lessons, and actually grow in yourself and know who you are, know what you want. Because it's like, man, it sucks. It sucks being out here by yourself. It sucks being in this world by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though you got family, yeah, family is always gonna be there for you, but family is different. Family is different. Like me personally, yeah, I want to be in a relationship. Yes, I do. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I feel like I am ready. I feel like I have the things in place. Even if I'm not like at the pinnacle, even if I haven't reached my peak, or like at this spot where it's like I'm just cruising. Like I'm in motion. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not stuck. I'm not stagnant. I'm good. You know, I'm making progress. Things are going well for me. Yeah, things are going well for me. Shoot, I'm not about to downgrade it, dumb it down. No, things are going well. I got my place, I got my car, I got my daughter, she's happy. I got heat, I got lights, I got a phone. You know what I'm saying? I got my movies, like I got stuff, I got a job, I got money. It's just like, man, yeah, there are things that I want, there are things that I need. I don't need like a woman. I don't need a woman. Like that's something that we have to understand too, is that the need and want are two different things. Need is like, man, yearning to breathe. Yeah, you need to breathe, but it's not like you want to breathe. That, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you don't need a relationship. You want one. That's what we need to like understand. Need and want are different things. And we have to understand the difference between knowing somebody is really into you and that they're just tempting you. You know, that's just what it is. So this is a quick one. I'm not gonna lie, like, man, actually I'm gonna go into another situation. This girl I've been chatting with, you know, online. We've been talking to each other for about 4 or 5 months. Started talking to her in October. And I've just now started asking her if she wanted to go out, you know, this past few weeks. And I don't know, just fizzled out. I don't know why, you know. But when I was asking her out, she was saying this is another situation of a misleading circumstance. It's like she's saying yeah, but when it comes down to it, she doesn't show up, or she vanishes, and then 2 days later she pops back up like, oh my bad, something came up, and I made the mistake in, you know, doling out second chances. I made the mistake in doing that, not knowing that this is only going to be repetitive. There we go. It's always going to happen again, you know. So I didn't realize that, but now I know it, and that's done. But you know what I'm saying? I know my worth now. I know what I'm going to accept. I know what I'm not going to accept, and I'm going to roll from there. But it just sucks to know that women do this and men fall in the trap. It sucks that I'm one to be duped. You know, I'm not gonna lie, shoot, it is what it is. You know, I like love, I like women, so I'm gonna open myself up to new opportunities, and that means I'm gonna be vulnerable, yeah. And I spoke about this in my last episode. Vulnerability is not a bad thing. So when I open up, it's man, I have the full consciousness that I'm doing something good for myself, that I'm actually going to try something new, that I'm actually going to put my effort into it. Even if it doesn't turn out to be what I want it to be, I'm not going to hinder myself, or I'm not going to hold myself back from a potential opportunity, a potential positive opportunity. There we go. And that's another thing. It's like just knowing your self-worth. Like I'm starting to understand that I am worthy of something great, that there is something great out there for me, and that I have to actually reach for it, but not be naive. Of course, you know, I gotta prepare myself physically as like a man, as an individual. But yeah, I just gotta, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't have a challenge today. You know, the main thing, I guess, I probably do. I guess today's challenge could be like when, you know, if you're in a relationship, or if you're getting into a relationship, or if you're jumping into the dating scene, I don't know, just like critical think about what you want. And even if you're in a relationship or you're looking to ask somebody out, understand where you at. Take a step back and understand where you're at, and if it's good for you to ask somebody out. You know what I'm saying? Or that person, if it's good for you to ask that person out. You know, just think about it, because you don't want to get stuck in a situation where you're hurt. But it's always good to know. So I believe that's all I have for y'all today. I love y'all. I thank y'all for coming in to sharing my time, letting me talk to y'all, letting me rant to y'all a little bit, get a little bit off my chest. I appreciate the time you shared with me. I appreciate you supporting me. I appreciate you following, sharing, liking, subscribing, putting everybody on. I appreciate all of that. I love y'all for it. If you need anything from me, don't hesitate. My email is bwilson, B as in Brian. My last name is Wilson, 9008@gmail.com. Send me your comments, send me your notes. I would love to hear from y'all, and I will address it in my next episode or soon to come, however it works out. But yeah, I love y'all. Thank you for stopping in. Peace out. Gang gang.